What's up? All right. Um, Straight to the point. Hit the like, hit the sub, share the video, hit them notifications too. What's up, Alex? I see you in here, man. I think the Mets and the Phillies. They had the Mets and the Phillies tonight. Um, let's talk about this Diddy hearing, bail hearing tomorrow. The question is will Diddy will he get bail? Um, and we got to look at all the factors. To be quite honest with you, a lot of stuff is, and people gonna be surprised what I got to say. A lot of stuff is starting to play in Diddy's favor right now. Okay, um, we got the lady that she's from Texas, originally from Houston. Had came out, tried to pull a Cassie, tried to get money off of Diddy, but apparently that didn't work because we found out that she was lying. Then of course you had his other alleged accuser trying to get 100 mil off of him, and that was overturned. Then I know that this one may not seem like a big deal, but to me, it does kind of play in Diddy's favor because of the person who he is, and that is the mayor, Eric Adams. Him getting caught up now. There might be a relationship there, between them two. But the thing that we got to understand is that he is in New York. Another thing is that's going to play in Diddy's favor too as well is the fact that, of course, he has a new judge. Okay, he has a new judge, and then of course he has a legal team. Got a new legal team now. My thing is this. I think that Diddy will ultimately, bail will play in his favor. Now there are going to be hella restrictions on him, but it's going to be ways around that anyways. And we're not talking about just some average Joe or anything like that. We're talking about a billionaire, and regardless of how you feel about Diddy, regardless of how you feel about some of these celebrities. What the hell? What are you doing? Man, what is you doing, bro? Stupid motherfucker. Regardless of how you feel about some of these celebrities, they are still powerful, and because of what they can do, because of what they can get, what they have access to, and what they can get their hands on, and also who they can persuade, control, manipulate, that sort of thing too. So I'm not gonna be surprised. I mean, this is his third time. It's only so many times that they'll allow you to come up to try to get an appeal or in terms of a bail hearing. Now, if he does get it, I'm gonna be honest with you. Diddy's gonna. I think that Diddy was already, and I must state again. You give a man like that access. There's no telling what he'll be able to do. There's no telling what type of tricks he might have up his sleeve or whatnot. Really, honestly, man, a lot of people are. You'll be quite surprised. A lot of people are really rooting for Diddy. Now, they don't necessarily agree with the situation with Cassie and all of the stuff that like the human sex trafficking stuff and all that. They don't necessarily agree with that, but the outrageous the outrageous claims and the accusations and allegations that have been placed upon Diddy, like for instance, them bringing up minors. I think that's taking it a step further and a step beyond what really what we really what people really see about it. I don't think that that's true. The reason is because how come they never mentioned that? They didn't mention that a long time ago. Now they're probably looking at that from a sense of, okay, the whole Dash and Aaliyah situation. They're probably looking at it from that standpoint. But I mean, that's the first time that I've been hearing about multiple minors. I've heard a lot of the weird shit that he's into, but he isn't the only one. And quite frankly, really, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's not, like I said before, he's not the biggest monster. Don't get me wrong. I'm not defending Diddy. Okay, I'm not here to defend this guy. But the thing about it is we gotta understand that Diddy has more power than a big percentage of this world, man. And so you're talking about a guy, man, that pretty much has done everything possibly 10 times, not just once. You know how they say that, everybody, I'll try anything once. He's probably tried it like 10 times with the type of money that he has. You know what I'm saying? So I expect Diddy to win this. Listen, and I don't want people to be surprised if he does win. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily mean that he's won the case. It doesn't mean that he did plead not guilty. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that it's necessarily over. It just means that he's going to be out. There's going to be restrictions. They're going to keep a tight watch on him. You know what I'm saying? I've already got in my head they're going to approve. They're going to grant him bail. You know what I'm saying? And then also, I just feel like this is just another way for us to be distracted. We're talking about the Diddy situation, but we got hurricanes. We got Hurricane Milton, and then after that, we got Hurricane Kirk coming. We just had a hurricane. We're talking about the victims, the victims of the hurricane in North Carolina and along the East Coast and Florida. Everybody's evacuating, but we're not talking about that though. We're not talking about that. We're steadily talking about Diddy, and I'm a part of the media, so I'm not gonna sit up here and I'm not gonna act like I haven't been talking about it. But that's what's going on. But they're trying to do everything to distract you with Diddy. But we're here now. We're gonna talk about it. Then that's gonna cool down for a little bit. The fact that he got bail, got bail and stuff, that's gonna cool down for a little bit. Then they're gonna talk about something else. They're gonna talk about something else. Um, but really, in all honesty, like I said, man, Diddy plead not guilty, and he also said that he's willing to testify. He pretty much he's doing what they want him to do. Really, honestly, what P Diddy is acting like when he said that he's willing to testify, he's willing to do that sort of stuff. He's willing to give up people, give up names, and all that other stuff. Guess what he's acting like? Guess what he's being? He's being a law-abiding citizen, which we know that he's not. We know that he got a lot of dirt up under his fingernails. We know that he has a sketchy past. We know that he was when you got people that are accusing you, like for instance with the lady saying that it was Diddy that shot her, and then when you got the fact that Sean pretty much took a portion of his life, or had a portion of his life taken away from him, did the ultimate sacrifice, and you were able to live your life and everything. And then of course when people got you tied into multiple murders and sacrifices and all this other stuff, there are a lot of people that are going to be rooting against you. There are a lot of people that are going to be rooting against you. We'll see what happens now. I want to give a shout out to the brother Chilltown Hoops. Really good content over there. Of course, Chilltown is a part of the the crew over there with Players Choice. Shout out to them guys. What's up, Cottage? I'll see you in the building. Chilltown had brought up the fact about Rudy Gobert and him winning the 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards that he won. And he has smoke for everybody that feels that he shouldn't have won them. Now, I think in 2018, to me, that was the only. I felt like that was the only one that Rudy Gobert actually deserved. Okay, you could probably argue because he won it in 2018, won it in 2019, then won it in 20. He won it in 20. I think it was 2020, 2022, and then won it in 23 last season. I I felt like that year, the very next year, in 2019, it should have been Giannis. Giannis should have won. You said Rudy Gobert used to play in Utah before he got traded. Yeah, he did. But when he was in Utah, and that brings up a good point. The reason why I don't feel like he shouldn't have won it, especially in 2019. The reason why I don't feel like he should have won it was simply because um, he was getting exposed. I mean, he was continuously getting exposed, especially when it came to the playoffs. Now I know they're not basing it. They're not going to base it, on the playoff and the postseason. It's basically what you're doing in the regular season. But they were starting to figure out about Rudy Gobert. The last three Defensive Player of the Year awards, Rudy Gobert should not have won. Um, you could make a case that Draymond Green. I know a lot of people don't like Draymond Green. I fucks with Draymond Green. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't like the antics. I don't like some of the silly shit that he does. But Draymond Green was a better that year where he was a finalist with Rudy Gobert. I think that was in might have been. I think that was in 20. I think that was in 21. If I'm not mistaken, that was in 21. Yeah, whenever he was a finalist there, Draymond Green should have won it, and then whenever Giannis was a finalist, he should have won it too. And then of course last season, it should have been Victor Wembanyama. Now the reason why I'm saying Victor Wembanyama, although he didn't play on a winning team, Victor Wembanyama led the league in blocks, and he led the league in blocks as a rookie. There was also Bam Adebayo a couple of seasons when he was a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. He had an argument too because it was I forget what year it was that year that Miami had made a run. Well, they of course they went to the finals in 2020. You said Gobert just what's up with it, Cypress? Man, I thought you was long gone, bruh. Salute to you. Make sure y'all go sub to Cypress. You said Gobert just got to play around the basket. I mean, that's the only thing that he can do. I mean, you pulling him out on the perimeter, and see that's why the last three Defensive Player of the Years it shouldn't have went to Rudy Gobert, because you got to think about it. You got to think about how versatile on defense Giannis Antetokounmpo was. He's able to read the pick and roll. He's able to play down low. He's able to play the interior defense. He could stop people in transition. Like Giannis should have at least 2 to 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards. And then also I look at Bam too. A lot of people don't know Bam can get out on the perimeter too. But Bam is very good in the interior, and Bam has always been top within the top 5 when it comes to blocks and of course rebounds. Oh yeah, they got Wemby ranked at the GMs. They got Wemby ranked at the number one defensive player. Speaking of Giannis, is he better than Dirk? Uh, that's a tough one. In my eyes, yes. All around, yes. Now Dirk might be a better shooter. He might be better on offense, but I'm taking Giannis because Giannis has won earlier in his career, and Giannis is better on defense. Um, and to be honest with you, Giannis actually makes his teammates a lot better than Dirk does. So yeah, I'm taking Giannis. I guess it's my bias. I like Giannis too. You know what I'm saying? Giannis could do so much, man. Giannis can run in transition. Uh, Giannis can handle the ball. Now, like I said, he's not that good of a shooter. He tries. He tries. You know what I'm saying? But you know, shooting is not everybody's attribute. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. So you can't expect Giannis to be like Dirk or anything like that. But having said that, though, Rudy Gobert did not. He didn't. If you want to look at it like analytic, if you want to get analytical about it, then okay, then you're gonna say okay, when it comes to win shares and when it VOR or value over replacement or something like that. Even when it comes to plus and minus or something like that, if you're basing it all on that, then have at it. But I'm looking at it from a perspective of okay, does Rudy Gobert actually change the course of a game? Can he control the game defensively? And to me, he really can't do that, especially in the playoffs. He can't control the game defensively. Not as good as like Giannis or Bam. Now I know a lot of people they sleep on Bam, but you got to understand that Bam, like look at the last couple of seasons. Like that's why they're talking about getting rid of Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler stays hurt. You got to think about the weight that's been placed on Bam's shoulder. Bam has been playing like two different positions, actually three really. Sometimes occasionally he'll play the three. Occasionally, then of course he's always between the 4 and the 5. You know what I'm saying? And look what he did with the Olympics too. I don't think he gets enough credit for what he did with the Olympics too. In the Olympics. Oh, okay. So you're taking Giannis too? Yeah, I'm taking Giannis over Dirk. I mean, Dirk was a great shooter, but Dirk, I respect Dirk. I respect Dirk a lot. I respect Dirk a lot because he stayed where he was at. He didn't jump around. He stayed in Dallas, and he brought a championship to Dallas. And that can be compared to Giannis too. Yeah, he has. He has. He's been to the finals twice. So, but just couldn't get it, just couldn't capitalize, and that's why I felt like, you know, a couple of even he had an argument this season with Defensive Player of the Year. He had an argument this season. Matter of fact, they got Bam ranked number 2 behind Wemby. He's either number two or number three. Anthony Davis had an argument this season to win it over Rudy Gobert. He definitely had an argument. But Rudy Gobert, you see, the thing about Rudy Gobert, man, is you already know what, unless, listen, I don't see him doing this. I don't see him ever improving out on the perimeter or anything like that. But if he wants to really, truly become a force, like, he's going to have to, one, get better with reading the pick and roll, and then also he's going to have to become better when somebody pulls him out on the island by himself. Because people are already starting to figure out that, you could have your way when you pull Rudy Gobert out at a certain past a certain distance. So, like, if you pull him past, like, 50, if you pull him past 15 foot, if you pull him around that free throw line, and that's the same thing that they were doing to Joker. Listen, I can't just throw Rudy in there. Joker got exposed too, but Joker got a little bit smarter. He started to work on that aspect of the game because it was Golden State that really exposed Joker that year. You know what I'm saying? Rudy, they were doing the same thing in Utah, like when they already knew what to do with Rudy Gobert. Just by pulling him out of his comfort zone. But see, that's what separates an elite defender. If you want to pull, like, if you wanted to pull Dennis Rodman out, hey, no problem. He can play the perimeter too. If you wanted to pull, hell, Ben Wallace, he didn't do it quite frequently, but yeah, if you wanted to pull Ben Wallace out, no problem. You can do that too. Tayshaun Prince, you wanted to pull him out, guess what? No problem. Well, he was a wing defender anyway. But I mean, Tayshaun Prince, even though he didn't look strong, he could still get you, occasionally, drop down in the interior too. If you wanted to pull KG out there, guess what? KG can get out there too. You gotta be mobile too, man. Yeah, they lost to Dallas in the Western Conference Finals because, well, for one, it wasn't all on Rudy Gobert. It was a combination of Rudy Gobert. It was a combination of Karl Anthony Towns, and it was a combination of Anthony Edwards too. Rudy Gobert, he got exposed once again. I mean, and then on top of that, he was missing. I mean, he couldn't hit like you're supposed to be dunking right there. You're sitting up in there, missing layups and stuff like that. Also, they were fatigued. Anthony Edwards kind of ran out of gas. Karl Anthony Towns, he wants to settle for the shot and not playing as strong as he should have, and they just ran out of gas, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it all on Rudy Gobert, but a big portion of him was. Matter of fact, you know who plays better, in my opinion? Najee Reed plays, better defense than Rudy Gobert, in my opinion. They just don't talk about it that much. But Najee Reed is a very aggressive defender. It's just that, you look at him. Oh yeah, he's a sixth man and all this other stuff. That doesn't make a difference, man. If you're coming out the bench, and you finish the game, that's what people want to see. But yeah, Rudy Gobert, man, he didn't deserve all of them. Only one I give him is the one in 2018. That's the only one that I'll give him. Other than that, these last couple of ones that he won, uh, they should have went. They should have went to other players. And see that that's when you didn't deserve it because everybody's. I understand, and shout out to Chilltown once again. I understand what he's saying about receiving the accolade, but you got to live up to that, man. If they're calling you an MVP, or it's like with David Robinson, right? For instance, when Hakeem Olajuwon had did what he did to David Robinson, there were people saying like there was no way in hell that David Robinson deserved that MVP. But like I said, they were basing it on regular season play. Yeah, I felt like okay, because he won it in. I'm hoping I get the years right. I think he won it in 2018. He won it in 2019. He won it in 20. I think it was 21, and then he won it last season. And that makes four. And of course that puts him in a new category in terms of people winning the award that many times. But like I said, I stand on that, man. Like you could bring up all these numbers and stuff like that, but it's like getting back to David Robinson when he won the MVP. It is an accolade, no matter how we want to look at it. With or even with Joel Embiid, you winning the MVP or something like that, and then you get to the playoffs, and it's like, well, damn, you shouldn't have been MVP. I mean, that's the same way that people feel about the defensive player of the year. They're gonna be like, man, we gave this man the defensive player of the year. He's not playing like it. Yeah, he won two. Yeah, he won two rings. He won one in '99, and they won one in 2003. But in 2003, David was clearly done. David Robinson, as much as I like David Robinson, he was done. He was done, man. Yeah, he shouldn't have won. He shouldn't have won. Um, what's it called? Rudy Gobert shouldn't have won Defensive Player of the Year. Not at all. Not the last. Not even last season. I don't even think he should have won it last season. I think they should have gave it to Wemby. And then he was talking shit to Wemby. He was kind of shading. He was throwing shade at Wemby a little bit. I mean, even though they both come from France, he was throwing shade at Wemby. He was talking about, yeah, Go ahead and give it to him now because he'll never win it again. Come on, come on, come on. He said, "Go ahead and give him MVP because he'll never win it again." Hell, I can see Wemby. I can see Wemby winning at least two or three, possibly even four. I mean, you got a guy that was leading the league in blocks as a rookie, man. That's impressive. If he'd have won it, he'd have been like, I think he'd been the only rookie to win Defensive Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year in the same season. That would have been phenomenal, man. That would have been phenomenal. What's up, BJ? I see you in the building, man. Make sure y'all go sub to the Pull Up Podcast. Haven't seen you in a minute, man. What's going down, man? Yeah, we're talking about the Defenseless Player of the Year. Matter of fact, speaking of that, matter of fact, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm glad BJ up in here too. Kawhi should have won multiple Defensive Player of the Year. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, you know, there were a couple of seasons where I felt like Kawhi he had a chance to get like 2 or 3. Because he was just such a great on-ball defender, man. Like, you know, Kawhi wasn't moving nowhere. I'm talking about when Kawhi is like a fully healthy Kawhi. You ready for the season to start? Oh, you ready for James Harden to start fucking up? Yeah, man, I hope you're not ready for that shit. Man, you see that, man, that trash he put up, man, pull up, man. My goodness, man, he does the same shit every year, man. He talking about, he talking about, yeah, man, I'm in shape, I'm ready to go and shit like that. Man, you talk the same shit every goddamn year, man. I want y'all to know this is my brother. BJ's my brother, man, so I got to give him the real about the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? He knows how I feel. I don't hold back. I don't hold back on some of these motherfuckers that's playing for them. Kawhi, you know, I like Kawhi, BJ, man. But, man, hey, listen, this is going to be real. This is going to be for real, man. Check it, bro. This is their last shot to win to win a title, man. This is their last shot to win the title. You know, like I know it's preseason, man. I know he was fucking around, man. But that shot, man, he did that little fake shot and then the step back, and then you just shooting the air ball, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. But we're gonna see. Hey, he got the keys back, BJ. Harden does at least. We know that Kawhi is gonna miss a little time or whatnot. But he's got the keys. He's got it back to where he wanted to, like when he was in H-Town. You know what I'm saying? Now it's either put up or shut up. This is what you always want. You always want control of everything, just like you had in H-Town. Do I see him being that guy again? No. Do I see him being, the MVP James Harden again? No. I hope he does, man. man. And I mean, do you like that idea though? I mean, BJ, come on, man. Do you really want them to build it around Harden? Like, nah, man. Look, bro. Now, as far as what you said about 55, 60 games, this is what I'll tell you. If I think that he can do it. I still have a lot of faith in Kawhi. I knew something was up when, because you know how I felt, man. I didn't want him to go out there and even attempt to try to play in Paris. I didn't want him to play. I didn't want Joel Embiid to play. Hell, I didn't even really want Steph Curry to play. But, them guys went out there and played. I didn't even want KD to play. None of these guys that had long injury history, I really didn't want them guys to play because to me, I felt like it would have been too much of a risk. But having said that, Kawhi did come back. He came back, all right, and I kind of knew something was up. I kind of knew something was up, man, and then that's when they came out with the reports, about him, and the having the surgery or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But this is gonna be his last run, man. It's only so much time so many times that you can keep doing this and stuff. I mean, we gotta think about it. He missed time in the playoffs too, man. Man, you know how I feel about PG, but I was anxious to see how. I thought he was gonna play yesterday, but no, he didn't play. And like I said, man, look, you saw. I know we were playing, Bird. Yeah, we weren't really playing anybody or whatnot, but I mean, Maxey. You see how Maxey plays? Do you see how free flow he played? Do you see how fast we play when the team is controlled under Maxey, BJ? You see how now we're gonna have to play like that. Now I don't know, BJ, if you paid attention to the Houston and Utah game. Like these guys are getting up and down. Even I'm surprised Dallas and Memphis. I was having to tell Ja Morant to slow his ass down because you see he jumping up blocking a shot like it's the regular season. Like he's out for blood, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, hey, calm down because he ended up rolling his ankle and stuff. But like that's what I'm saying, man. We got to get up and down, and I feel like with Joel Embiid, man, like I said, man, he just slows us down, man. Paul George, I got to give Paul George credit, and this is what he said. He said this is what he praised Maxey to death. He was praising Maxey all throughout training camp. And I had an opportunity to watch Paul George at Rico Hines, not in person, but I'm just saying I was watching him play a little bit. Paul George looked good out there, man. He looked good out there, but I just got to see him gel with the squad. Oh, really? You giving up on him? You giving up on him, BJ? Like I said, and BJ, man, you'll know. Everybody would tell you. Like all these guys, man, that they claim they Kawhi fans and all this other stuff, man, they not a Kawhi fan like me. Like I was really rooting for Kawhi. There was a time, like I sat up there, and even though that Kawhi was not on my squad, I said Kawhi for 3 years straight, possibly even 4. Kawhi Leonard was the best player in the NBA when he's healthy. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's because I'm biased because of the way that he plays. I love a guy that is both ends of the floor. There was a time, BJ, like I guess I'm like Usher right now. This is my confession. You know what I'm saying? But I got to be real, man. There was a time. I guess the reason why I'm so disappointed in Paul George, I know that injury, he had no control over that injury. Okay, but man, Paul George was everything that you wanted in a player when he was in Indiana. He could play defense. Let's start with that. Okay, he could play defense. Matter of fact, now that we're talking about Defensive Player of the Year award, he was the runner-up. He was a runner-up in Defensive Player of the Year a couple of seasons. I think it was 2018. I think it was. I think it was 2018 with Rudy Gobert and whatnot. But Paul George was everything that you wanted in a player. He was good in transition. His breakaway game was phenomenal. He reminded you of a T-Mac that played better defense. He could pull up. He did. You could tell that he watched Kobe. You definitely tell he could watch Kobe. But you could tell he had a lot of T-Mac in his game. You know why? Because T-Mac, I give T-Mac a lot of credit. T-Mac was he started doing that stop on the dime at the 3-point pull-up shot, like stopping on the dime and pulling up at the 3. You know what I'm saying? And he would ice them. Sometimes, Baron Davis would do it, but it was a lot of T-Mac. T-Mac, they would look at T-Mac like you're crazy. A dude 6'9" stopping on the dime like that. Yeah, and I was proud of him. I was real proud of him. Um, because he and they were calling him, an MVP candidate and stuff. Like Paul George, man, to be honest with you, BJ, and I've told you this before, guys like him and Gordon Hayward and Sean Livingston, they're really not supposed to be even playing no more. They weren't. Well, Gordon Hayward, he retired, and so did Sean Livingston. But they really weren't supposed to be, with the type of injuries that they had, they really weren't supposed to even be playing anymore. But the fact that he came back, I always give credit to Paul George. I really don't go in on Paul George like some people may do. But the thing about it is like, man, I want him to come there. I don't necessarily need Paul George to sit up there putting up a whole bunch of buckets or anything like that. Just contribute. But I already know how he is, BJ. You know what I'm saying? Paul George gets frustrated when he don't get the touches, when he starts missing shots. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he was shooting inefficient. I know that he was playing out of position and everything, but he still tries to keep his cool and everything. But you just can tell he gets frustrated, and next thing you know, that ends up messing with his game. Nah, man, it's just that, man. Like, listen, I've never disrespected Paul George and called him mentally weak. But I'm gonna say this though, people are looking for him to take that next step. Paul George in the finals and winning the ring, I would, I would, I would love to see that, man, because a lot of people root for Paul George, especially after him coming back after that devastating injury, man. And see, we knew what Paul George was. Like I said, when he came to Indiana, man, I mean, he pretty much took over. It was supposed to be Danny Granger, but Danny Granger He wasn't fucking with. He wasn't on Paul George's level. Matter of fact, I think Danny Granger was kind of jealous of Paul George. Brown Sugar, what is up? Lord behold, I can't believe this. Brown Sugar just came out of nowhere. Brown Sugar, she said she back. How you doing, baby? I hope you all right. Miss you too. I miss you too. I'm glad you back though. But the thing about it is you see with Paul George, um, yeah, he could have been. He could have been, but see, okay, like BJ, see, man, you're a Kobe fan. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Kobe fan, a Michael fan, Kareem, Magic Johnson, you know what I'm saying, Larry Bird, any of them fans, right? It's a certain type of excellence. It's a certain type of excellence that you demand. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain type of pedigree that you have to be. Like you have to have championship pedigree. You got to have a championship mentality, a mindset. That's why, like, when I look at guys like James Harden, I'm not gonna take your ass seriously. When I look at a guy like Ben Simmons, I ain't gonna take your ass seriously. You know what I'm saying? Hell, even Rudy Gobert, I'm not gonna take your ass seriously. Cause you claim to be the defensive player of the year. You can't guard nobody out on the island by yourself, but Giannis could guard somebody out on the island. You know what I'm saying? Paul George, and when he was healthy, he could guard somebody on the island. We know Kobe could. We know Jordan could. You know what I'm saying? You put him out on a one-on-one situation. It takes a level. Like everybody's all like. This is another thing too, BJ. Brown Sugar Cottage. Check this out. You know what I hate? Oh, it's just preseason and all this other bullshit. Kobe Bryant didn't give a fuck if it was preseason. Man, he was going to go hard, and he was going to go hard as hell for the minutes that he played. And then sit his ass down. Jordan, he didn't give a fuck if it was preseason, off-season, regular season, postseason. It don't matter. He was going to go hard. Especially, that's why he had a for the love of the game clause in his contract. Jordan was going to play outside, inside. It didn't matter. Jordan was going to give you a game. Jordan was playing with regular people. So that's why it's hard for me to take anybody seriously. Like don't get up to the podium. Everybody clown Kawhi. Oh, he rarely says anything and all this other stuff. Listen, the reason a lot of people don't even know the backstory about Kawhi. Oh, he's so quiet and stuff like that. Man, let the man be himself, okay? I never tripped on that. But this is the reason why, man. Kawhi done been through a lot, man. Man, this dude father got killed because I guess apparently he wouldn't wash somebody's car. And he found out before he played his game and stuff like that. You know how devastating that is? And he still had to play and stuff like that. Man, to lose your father like that. So Kawhi done been through a lot, man. A lot of people don't know his father got shot because the guy got mad because he wouldn't wash his car, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Kawhi done been through a lot, bro. Kawhi done been through a lot. But yeah, man. Yeah, BJ, man. I'm ready for the season to start. Um, we look real good out there. I like our youth. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, sophomore. Yeah, it was sophomore year. I couldn't remember if it was the junior year or sophomore year, something like that. But I'm ready for our season to start, man. We look real good, man. We got a lot of youth. I like the way Oubre is playing. I want Oubre. I'm gonna need Oubre to be a little. I don't have problem with Oubre in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, I'm gonna need him to. I want him to be more aggressive offensively. I'm anxious to see how Gershon is gonna gel with us too, cause I love his energy, man. I love Gershon's energy from France, man. I think he has a lot to bring to the table. McCain, I like what I saw with McCain. I know he a little TikTok star, but um, you know he's still playing pretty good. He played pretty solid, man. I like the way that he played, man. And Lord behold, check this out too. Andre Drummond. Nick Nurse got Andre Drummond knocking down threes, man. Who would have thought Andre Drummond? And look, man, I hope Andre Drummond holds up, man. Look, this is his second go round with the Sixers. Um, Look, I just hope he plays like I'm not saying if he plays somewhat like he did like when he was with the Pistons, okay, then we're gonna be cooking with some grease. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna need Andre Drummond to be that backup. But I really, man, I'm telling you, man, we needed another because we lost Paul Reed. You know what I'm saying? So, but Andre Drummond, man, I just can't have him being inconsistent, man. I can't. We're like I'm tired of people looking at us, BJ, like we're fool's gold. They looked at the Clippers. They looked at the Clippers the same way. They looked at the Clippers the same way, and they would look. You know, when they had Harden, they would look at H Town like that. Fool's gold. It's like they're really really great. They talk about all these championship expectations every year. They look at Philly. Oh yeah, they good, top in the West. You know, or top in the East. Joel Embiid, one of the greatest scorers, and da 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 da. Next thing you know, he hurt and got to come out. He playing less than 100%. Next thing you know, we bouncing our ass out of either the second or the first round. And in the first round, if you talk about last year, Stephen Green, what's up with it, man? You said I seen Reggie Jackson cookie yesterday. He plays well with PG. Yeah, Reggie Jackson, man, he's learned a lot. I think that was a really good pickup for us, man. He's learned a lot. Plus, he got championship experience. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he knows now. Okay, he knows what it's like. He's been there. Plus, it's weird me saying that he's a veteran now, but I think that was a very good pickup. I kind of doubt it. I think Maxi gives MV. Well, thank you. Finally, BJ. Finally, BJ. Man. Nah, BJ. You wasn't. Hey, pull up. Come on now. You wasn't agreeing with me on that at first, bruh. Thank you, man. Hey, do you see what I'm saying about Maxi? Listen, bruh. Maxi, dog, like, if because Maxi's a humble dude, man. Like if you ever been around him and know people around him, this dude humble than a motherfucker, BJ. If Maxi had any ounce of asshole like him, like a Kobe or like a Jordan did, or like a goddamn like Kareem did. You know what I'm saying? Because them guys was assholes. If he had any ounce of asshole in him like that, man, bruh, man, Maxie, Maxie would motivate the shit out of motherfuckers, man. Nah, he played pretty solid though, and I like Kyle Lowry, man. Well, he was an all-star last year. He was an all-star last year. He saw, man. Kyle Lowry played last year. He played a decent game, man. I can't even lie, man. Kyle Lowry, dog. Do you know how long Kyle Lowry about to be 40 years old, man? Like you are like, dog. Kyle Lowry is 40 years old. He only gonna give you so much. You can't expect Kyle Lowry to be H-Town Kyle Lowry or goddamn Toronto Raptors in the final Kyle Lowry. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, man, let's get real. I played high school ball in Dallas. What? Hey, so you was, hey, BJ, you was living out here, man? Oh, man, that boy BJ done been to Texas, man. Yeah, man, I had, like, I didn't grow, of course, he a lot younger than me. But I remember, man, I went to the gym one time, man, and I didn't know who he was. But, man, he was out there, man. I mean, this was like pickup. He was just killing, man. Out there killing. He wasn't shooting. I mean, he'll shoot like the mid range and stuff like that, but he was just going to the rack with ease, man, and just real cool with everybody, man. I had a chance to check out, his game and stuff. Real good guy, man. Louisville, yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. Man, you gotta come back. Hey, man, you gotta come back down here, BJ. Man, that boy. Hey, I like it when guys, man, they come out, from Texas. Yeah, man, but nah, he definitely the guy. And then I also saw, like I told people plenty of times about Julius Randle. I seen Julius Randle, and Julius Randle was shutting the shit down. So you been to hold on one second. Yeah. Hey, pull up, man. Hey, you been to Jermaine O'Neal gym, Drive Nation? Yeah, and see, but that's the thing though. He's strong, but like he finessed in the motherfucker too, man. Like everybody they always talk, Julius Randle, all he could do is go left and all this other shit. No, dog. Julius Randle is more ambidextrous than a lot of people give him credit for. But nah, we was out there at Drive Nation too though, pull up, man. And I got a chance, well, Trey, what's his name? Dennis Johnson, Dennis Smith Jr., and then of course Trey Young, they was out there. And Emmanuel Moutier. And then I saw Emmanuel Moutier, Marcus Smart, Miles Turner. They was all out here. Man, bro, hey BJ, man, you gotta come back out here, bro. That's how you, man, dog. BJ, Nah, BJ be hooping, man. BJ be hooping. I didn't know he had, like, I seen him hooping one time, man. I was like, man, I didn't know he had, the injuries that he had. I think he said he tore two Achilles. I was like, damn, you still walking? Shit. Yeah, Flower Mound. Flower Mound. Yeah, that's what Marcus Smart was. And listen, everybody think like Marcus Smart. Oh, that's all he is a defender and shit like that. Nah, Marcus Smart, man, be going to the rack, be doing all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he an NBA player. You think, Marcus Smart dude, that's all he does, play defense. No, you gotta look at how he played when he was at Oklahoma State. Nah, Marcus Smart be killing. Like, Marcus Smart be pulling up, getting to the rack. Like, he gonna get to the rack on you. Like, he just too quick for your ass, and that's it. Yeah, straight animal. Don't let that motherfucker get out in the open floor. Hey, look, man. It was him and Emmanuel Moutier, man. I never will forget it, man. They was out there at the gym, man. But yeah, Flower Mound, man. Flower Mound. And everybody got mad because why did he go up in the crowd when that girl called him the N-word? I'm like, I think it was a dude. Was it a girl or a guy? I think it was a girl that called him an N-word or whatever. But yeah, man. Yeah, BJ, man. Yeah, man, you gotta come on back home, bruh. Come on back home, bruh. VJ, man, come on, man. You need to come on back. Hey, come on back down south, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on back where it's at, bruh. Nah, but shout out to Pull Up, man. Make sure y'all go sub to his channel, man. I like the way BJ breaks down everything. To me, he's one of the few guys that I could say that really be rolling with the Clippers. A lot of people became Clippers fans because this person was there and stuff. They don't know the true origin of Clippers basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know that, you know what I'm saying, they was, the Buffalo Braves. You know what I'm saying? They don't know a lot. They don't know a lot of, they don't know a lot, that Earl Monroe had played for them. You know what I'm saying? All they talk about is, okay, yeah, Lob City and all this other stuff. But nah, they don't know about Ron Harper. They don't know about Danny Manning. You know what I'm saying? They don't know a lot about the history of the Clippers and stuff. So yeah, I know you got a channel, man. I know you got a channel. I know you got a channel. Make sure y'all go sub the cottage too, man. But yeah, I'm getting ready to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications too. Okay, all right, yeah, definitely then. Definitely. Definitely. You know how to. Okay. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Shoot, yeah, come on down here, man. I gather you're gonna be down here for the holidays and stuff. But like I said, man, make sure y'all go sub to the brothers that's on here. I'm finna go ahead and roll out. Sub to the Pull Up Podcast with the brother BJ. And also go sub to Cottage too as well. Uh, I thank y'all for pulling up with me, man. No pun intended. Make sure y'all like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notifications too. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment, man. Shouts out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing communities. Until then, man, I'm out.